Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. God has hidden unlimited treasures in His Word. Every time we open it, we can discover a new treasure, or admire an old one. What will we find today? Let's dig in. Here's Carla Early with Treasure Hunt in the Word.
There's a lot of fear in 1 Samuel 17. Before the little hero David showed up, that giant had everyone quaking in their sandals and hiding behind rocks. Goliath had come out and taunted God and his people for 40 days. Though this is several generations after the Israelites took over the land, Goliath's ancestors had been the reason that the 10 spies had talked Israel out of even trying to conquer the land. Now, just one giant has the Israelites running for cover. 1 Samuel 17 has quite a description of Goliath and his strength. To start with, he was over 9 feet tall, and he wasn't a scrawny 9-footer either. Just the head of his spear weighed 15 pounds. Let's face it, this guy was scary. He asked for a warrior to go against him and decide the battle instead of the two sides slugging it out. The Philistines were confident in their hero. Goliath was pretty confident too. He came out defying the army of Israel and their God. Unfortunately, Saul and the Israelite army was pretty confident that Goliath would win, no matter who that they sent out there to fight. Who was their champion? Who would they send? Who was head and shoulders taller than anyone else in the land? Who should have been fighting Goliath? Well, Saul. He was the king, but he was terrified along with everyone else. This is because God had taken his spirit from Saul because of his disobedience. Without the Holy Spirit, Saul had no power, only fear. When David came to visit his soldier brothers, he heard Goliath's taunts and saw everyone's reaction. He was suddenly the only one out in the open, not scared out of his wits. He asked, probably a little too loudly, "Who is this uncircumcised Philistine that he should defy the armies of the living God?" David was upset, not only at the big bully giant who badmouthed Israel, but at the Israelite soldiers who let him get away with it. He was probably thinking, how dare he? Who does he think he is? This is the living God he's going up against here, not some wooden idol that can't protect itself. And why are you guys afraid? Anyone who's going up against us is going up against God. To David, any one of those Israelite soldiers, no matter how scrawny they were or how inferior their weapons seemed, should be able to face Goliath one-on-one and win. The only giant David saw here was God. What giants are you facing in your life? They could be financial, physical, relational, but whatever it is, God is bigger. Whatever way we feel threatened by the giants in our lives, we need to put them in perspective. From God's perspective, you are His child, whom He loves and cherishes. The problems, as looming and ominous as they seem to you, are no bigger than an ant that God can squish with His big toe. So don't be like the Israelites running for cover. Turn around and face it, whatever giant that has dared to challenge you in your faith in God. Face it with courage and confidence, knowing that the battle is the Lord's.
As always, we'd love to hear from you. If you'd like to share a treasure, support this ministry, or get Carla to speak at an event, please contact us at treasurehuntintheword@gmail.com. You can listen to other episodes on our website, which you can find in the description below. Thanks for listening, and have a great day.